Hi, my name is George and I run Yocto. We're a Klaviyo Elite partner and we specialize in subscription-based business models. We've worked with clients like Kilo Health, Better Me, Jimmy Joy Health, Miracare, Everyden, Elevate Collagen, and many others. In this video, I'm gonna show you the best way to grow your LTV fast as a supplements beauty CPG brand. And most of you have actually been misled to believe that the optimal way to do this is to optimize your flows on Klaviyo and do lifecycle marketing as a whole. And of course, there's a time and place for that. That's what my company does. But the single most important lever that you have at your disposal is actually your front-end offer. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. How can you optimize your front-end offer so that you create maximum LTV from the very first order for your business? Okay, let's start with the very basics. What is the goal of an e-commerce business? If you really think about it, your objective is to make more money per customer that you acquire than the money you spend to acquire them. It really is as simple as that. And that's what you call your LTV to CAC ratio. LTV stands for the lifetime value of a customer and CAC stands for the cost to acquire a customer. If you're watching this video, then you probably realize that the single best way to achieve this is to have a subscription-based business model. Why? Because if you don't have a subscription-based business model, then you essentially need to keep paying the media platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and so on, every time you acquire a new customer. Whereas in a subscription, if they are subscribed, they'll keep paying you for as long as they're subscribed. So the ratio between the value and the cost to acquire a customer does dramatically go up by definition, simply by having a subscription-based business model. Within the context of subscriptions, what we've done here at Yocto is that we've developed the LTV Parthenon framework, which looks like this, and it consists of 3 pillars. We did this because brands like yours are bombarded by tons of noise. There's tons of vendors, agencies, tech platforms. Everybody's basically telling you that this or that tactic is the way to grow a business. It tends to be noise. What tends to actually matter are those 3 pillars: making sure that you grow your subscriber base, making sure that you're reducing the number of subscribers you're losing every month, and then getting those subscribers to spend more money when they shop with your company. All of those 3 pillars, of course, have their own sub KPIs, and we have plenty of videos in this YouTube channel if you'd like to go deeper on any of them. But fundamentally, those are the areas that you should be focusing on. Now, as I've said at the beginning, many of you have been led to believe that the best way to optimize LTV is to optimize your Klaviyo-related automations and send a lot of email campaigns and all of that. And again, there is a time and place for that, which is why my company provides this service. But in our experience, the single most important thing you can do is optimize your front-end offer. If you have an optimized front-end offer, you are going to get more subscription customers, you are going to get subscription customers to spend more, and they are actually going to stick to your brand over the long term more easily than if you don't have a strong front-end offer. So the question becomes, how do you actually optimize your front-end offer? In almost every single case, the first step towards optimizing your front-end offer is to have buy in bulk options that have progressively larger discounts. So you should be giving people the option of buying 1 month worth of product, and then 3 months worth of product, and 6 months worth of product, and then the discount that they get should be getting larger the more they buy in bulk. This will nudge them to spend more on their initial order. On top of this, you should be giving people an even better deal when they subscribe. So the discount should be increasing when they move from a one-time purchase to your subscription plan. And it's not just the discount getting larger that you should be offering, you should also be offering subscriber-only perks. You can think of perks in 2 main ways. It can be physical freebies and then digital add-ons that they would not otherwise be getting access to. Physical freebies can be a gift with purchase, the ability to try a new product, or an accessory that makes sense for the use case that your product is solving, such as a travel bag that they can put their creams inside. And the digital add-ons can be things like a course that's delivered via email, or some sort of exclusive access to content that they would not otherwise be able to get unless they subscribe. Fundamentally, what you want to do is make sure that your subscription comes across as a no-brainer compared to the one-time purchase, and you want to make sure that the multi-bottle options come across as a no-brainer compared to the single bottle options. This will nudge people towards spending more, and it will nudge people towards subscribing. So that's step 1. Step 2 would be to have smart upgrade options. You want to do this for both subscribers and OTPs, and you want to essentially nudge them to upgrade to the next bigger bundle. So they would go from 1 month worth of product to 3 months worth of product, from 3 months worth of product to 6 months worth of product, and so on. On top of this, you want to have upgrades from one-time purchase bundles to subscription, and you want to have those things both in the checkout and the cart level so that you expose the maximum number of people to the upgrade option. The next thing you should have is an upsell that happens after the purchase of buying more of the same. So if they buy 3 months worth of product, you should have an upsell to buy 3 more bottles for a very big discount as a one-time offer. And if they decline this, you should have a downsell of, again, buying more of the same for the smaller bundle. So if they bought 3 and they decline buying 3 extra, you should make them an offer to buy 1 extra. If you do those things, you will tremendously improve the economics of your front-end offer, but more importantly, you will prime people to stick to the brand over the long term. Now, why do I say all of this improves the lifetime value to CAC ratio? Obviously, it improves it because people are spending more money with your company in the first and then all of the recurring orders. But on top of this, selling more upfront does the following. It reduces the billing reminder moments within the subscriber lifetime. And this is extremely important. If you go ahead and take a look at your data, what you'll see is that most of churn, and churn means people canceling their subscription, concentrates around renewals. Basically, people receive a reminder which you have to send because it's illegal not to, and then they get reminded that, like, do I really need this product? Is it actually worth the amount of money that I'm paying? And then automatically you have churn happening. You can optimize the billing reminders. You can do a lot of things with it. Our friends over at Zemo have developed a technology that allows you to make those emails interactive and do a lot of cool things. But ultimately, you can't fight this natural churn dynamic. The more billing reminders, meaning the less you sell upfront, the more churn you will have. Likewise, if you sell more upfront, you're going to have fewer billing reminders, fewer renewals, and you're going to have less churn as a consequence of that. Then on top of this, you have to think about this like in an emotional sense. If somebody spends a lot of money, if somebody gets a lot of product, they are automatically more committed to succeeding, right? They've had a bigger investment, which means that they are much more likely to try and make it work. There's just a greater likelihood that they will get results if they buy more upfront. And the reality of most subscription-based businesses is that it takes time to get results anyway. And 1 month is usually not enough time to experience results, especially when we're talking about supplements. So selling more upfront essentially gives people the tools they need to experience the results of the product that perhaps they would not be able to experience with a smaller bundle. And this is the video. Believe it or not, in just this short video, you learned the most important elements of optimizing a front-end offer as a subscription-based supplement, CPG or beauty business. And all you need to do now is apply what you learned here. Obviously, if you need expert help, there is a link to contact me down below. We've done this over and over and over again. We've worked with small brands, big brands, and really, really big brands, and we know exactly what works. I would be happy to walk you through our methodology in a call. If you need help in implementing this, also feel free to ask for advice. I'm happy to give you tips and share what we've seen working across our portfolio. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe and be sure to leave a comment down below telling me what sort of topic would you like me to cover next.